2021. And congratulations to all the people who graduated in 2021 out there. The thing about it is, shout out to everybody that graduated, that got a diploma, certificate, anything, college, high school. Shout out to John Red Jr., JJ, also, and his mom. Because before John graduated, before JJ graduated, his dad, John Red Sr., passed away in a car accident. So it was very important for him to get there. Shout out to my cousin, Lauren Durham, who graduated law school from Case Western Virginia University, and my cousin, Quincy Brown, who graduated from Warren G. Harding High School. I'm sure your parents, Reggie and Barbara, are proud, very, very proud. So, let's get down to brass tacks and business at this particular time, because we got another celebration coming up, Juneteenth. So, I got my guest here talking about what's going to happen, what she going to do for Juneteenth. So, EP, the show host, is here. Shout out to him. So, we're going to flip this around. So, yes. The reason I'm playing this introduction music because it is Jill Scott on the chill side. So, please welcome my guest, Miss Ebony Spano, in the building. Hey, Ebony, how are you?
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm great. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm so great. It's wonderful to have somebody as intelligent as you.
Oh, thank you.
Be here. So,
it took me 6 years to finish college, so
at least you finished. People ain't did that yet, so it is what it is. So, you got something going on for Juneteenth. What's that?
Well, I don't have something going on. It's a collective of people. I never take credit for anything that I do. It's Union Miles, Afro Dogs. There are so many sponsors and collaboratives, Eastern Stars. We're having a movie Friday at Union Miles in the Miles Market Plaza. Drive-through movie to honor Juneteenth. We're showing Disney Soul, which I absolutely positively adore. And we will be having a raffle and, having free food, just making it a fun event. I love to have events for the community, relieve stressors and just have a good time.
Okay. So what made you wanted to get this together?
I just love doing community work and just being active in the community, and just I see the need for it, and that's what I do. I try to fill the gaps for the need of the community.
That's what's up. So the thing about it is, what made you start getting community in the first place?
So many different facets of my life. I've been, poor as a kid. I've been poor as an adult. I've been working poor. I've been affluent. I've had money, lost money, got it back. My parents really instilled in me just giving back to the community and one another. And, they both come from very different backgrounds, and I'm so blessed for that. And so, my dad really set me down, and I really give a shout out to my father, because I got a father. I don't have a daddy. I have an amazing father who's honestly one of my biggest supporters in anything that I do. Our relationship throughout life hasn't always been the best. We were a typical statistic family. For so long, my parents were teenagers. They had me young. My father went to prison. I've lived in public housing. I've been on food stamps. I grew up not having hand-me-down. So that's what makes me want to give back, is because I know that story. It was, my story at one point. So if I could relieve the stress off a single mom or a parent or a family, during these times, and I'm going to do that.
Right.
And kids, shouldn't know. Unfortunately, kids know when they're poor, and they shouldn't have to, and they shouldn't.
Right. When I think it was best said by Eddie Griffin. You got the books of money, and it was food stamps.
Yes.
And it's like you broke. You got food stamps. I got books of money. You always a field trip with a kid. Like, I got $10, and everybody want to hang with that kid because they think they gonna give him something. Like, and that $10 is a lot, because burgers was 50, cheeseburgers was 50 cents at McDonald's, and then you're like, Eddie, I got books of money, and they're like, no, it was food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got books of money. I like books of money.
You don't know when you're poor.
Right.
You don't know until you're an adult that you were broke. Like, we're not supposed to be wearing each other's clothes when we grow out of them.
Right. And still, people are like, the thing about it, hey, there's some stuff that you catch on good. Like you got to catch that Goodwill.
Listen, I love Goodwill. I love thrift stores. I'm always gonna, shop cheap and being smart with my money. Just not wasting it and throwing it away. I'm big on everybody having a retirement plan, a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA. Saving. If you make $500, save at least 50 of it. Try as much as you can. Cut back on your wants to do your needs. And that's actually the hardest part of financial freedom. Is getting to that point. The discipline.
Okay. So you said one of the sponsors was Afro Dogs. What is Afro Dogs?
Oh, so Afro Dogs. So those are my people. Honestly, my uncle was the president of the Youngstown chapter, and he passed away. And I have one of those fathers that he's so amazing. He's like, "What do you want to do, baby girl? What you want to do, chocolate star?" He's like, "I want to do a community event." He's like, "I'm gonna call your uncle. We gonna call some people around it." Like 4 chapters of the Afro Dog showed up. We ended up giving out 50. Yes, it's a motorcycle club. It's a motorcycle club. I'm sorry, it's a motorcycle club. 4 chapters show up. They show up with bins and bins and bins of toys. They were from Akron, Cleveland, Lorraine, Erie. It's just so big. I'm super blessed and super fortunate just to have that family and that camaraderie come through, and I'm thankful. Yes.
I may be looking for.
So the dog part, and they might chop my head if I get this wrong. The dog's part says doing only good service. Yeah, so Afro Dogs.
Right, Afro Dogs. That sounds like a funkadelic song.
Yeah.
That sounds like some P-Funk era songs, Afro Dogs. So I give a shout out to them because it's a lot of bad rap.
And we want to change that stigma. Motorcycle people watch Sons of Anarchy and they just label all motorcycle gangs and instead of a club. So for them to come out and just really show what they're about in a positive way. Because that's what matters. It takes a community really to change.
True, that's true. So what other things have you done as far as in the past? Because you was on the news with somebody. That's why I saw it.
Oh, okay. In the past, so I don't know which way. Okay, so recently, so I did the extra event with the toys and the Afro Dogs at Union Miles Plaza. We gave out $15,000-$20,000 worth of toys. I've done that twice at Union Miles Plaza.
We gotta let. See, the thing about it is, there's some they have arrived. As soon as you
heard the bikes.
So they have arried. When you're
late. I'm not gonna lie, I was late too. I can't.
All right, listen, I am not scared right now. I'm a little bit like, wait a minute. They go like, I'm wearing a suit. I am not trying to get it. Nobody.
You know what? You part of the stigma. You part of the people that be labeling.
I'm playing. Actually, I like motorcycle groups. Think about it.
Easy's in the building. We got the president, Easy Fashion.
What's going on, Easy? How you doing, sir? All right.
I told you.
All right, so let's have that man sit right down in here. And the thing about it is, he looked like he a hard-working.
All the Afro Dogs are hard-working men and women.
Right.
So shout out to my people. It's in my blood. My uncles, Afro Dogs. These are actually my real family. These are my folks. So.
All right, you can put your headphones in if you want to. So, all right, so so I would like for you to for the first time headlines, headaches. On here, I would like for you to introduce yourself to the people and let them know who you are.
Bobby Easy Nichols, President of Cleveland Afro Dogs.
Okay. And Ebony is told that you help sponsor school giveaways, and you're also sponsoring this Juneteenth event with one of my favorite movies, Soul, for the movie night for Juneteenth. So how did you get started? So what made you want to sponsor this?
Well, we used to give on Thanksgiving and Christmas or whatever, give free meals down on 55th. So we haven't done it in a few years. And I was trying to find somebody to get back into giving back into the community.
Mm-hmm. So and that's where you met Miss Spano.
Well, that's from there.
Yeah, from there.
Well, you know, he knows one of my uncles.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Like,
he
that's
knows.
family,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
So, so it's like family. So you still want to, so the thing about it is, what more do you want to do as far as, give back to the community? Because, it's always important. We have a lot of political races, congressional district elections, city of Cleveland mayor races, ward races, but people like yourself, like your group, like your motorcycle club, Afro Dogs, those are the unsung heroes. I used to go to a lot of cabarets that the Mystic Knights threw, and they were one of the best parties ever. So I would like for you to, say, what is it that you want the community, what you want to help the community with, or what you want the community to do in the future?
Come together, number one. That will help and educate our youth. Whenever we try to educate our youth, or try to do something for ourselves, they try to tear us down. Try to, spread rumors or whatever. Try to show us dysfunction in the black community. And it really isn't. It's a lot of love here.
Yes, it is. So you pretty much want everybody to. So how the thing about it is that so you're based in Cleveland and in Youngstown?
No, we have different chapters.
Okay.
Well, basically 12 states.
12 states. So which states are you in?
PA, New York, Detroit, that's our mother chapter. Virginia, ahead, it was Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
Ohio. You can't forget about Ohio.
I just can't name them all off.
Right, I understand.
We'll
but
get you a list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
I beg your pardon.
He's the
I'm
president
the
of
president of Cleveland chapter.
He's the president of Cleveland chapter. Arrow is the CEO of Voice of Radio, but he also and he's a writer. But he's a solo writer.
I thought you beat me here because I saw a motorcycle.
That's his motorcycle.
You beat me here.
It's his motorcycle. So he's a writer. So how would people want to, if people want to join, how do people join?
Well, the first thing you do is you
See, don't label what we're not going to do is stereotype bikers, especially
Right.
the Afro Dogs. We're not about to stereotype about people. That's what we're not
Be
gonna do.
playing. Or get shot. Or get
Oh, we don't got no guns. We ain't packing. If we
Right.
we got CCW. Don't do us like that.
What does it take to join it?
right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
There's a
Well,
process.
first you just come and hang around, and see, because this club might not be the club for you.
Right.
Mhm.
You might have a different mentality. You might not have a family mentality that we have.
Right.
We're close knit. You hang around for a little while, you probe. It's like a fraternity or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they don't tell you to do nothing crazy or abuse you. I used to have a trick. I used to tell them, I wait till it's late night. I give them $1 and tell them, go give me 100 pennies.
Right.
Something like that, something funny, come. And just show love and be wanted. And do whatever it takes.
Well, that's like I can't ride a bike. The thing
You
about
can
it.
ride a bicycle.
No, I'm talking about a motorcycle.
That's the number one part.
You gotta ride.
You gotta ride.
I gotta ride. But the thing about it is like I love the you said family. That's very important, especially in the community nowadays, because it seems like the family part has been torn apart, especially in African American.
Definitely. That's why we do what we do, because I mean, if we don't stand up for us and we don't build our foundation over again and start anew, then who will do it? No one's coming to save us. No one's coming to save anybody. Nobody's coming to help you, pick you up. If we have to do it for our own community, we have to do it for ourselves and our children, and teach our babies, not to be around here beating up each other, but stick together, because you're gonna get beat up enough in the world.
Right, exactly.
That's true.
That is the truth. That is
You're gonna
like
get beat up, and life gonna kick your behind.
right. Yeah. Keep it clean a little bit.
Life gonna kick your behind.
So yeah, you gotta. Yeah, sometimes You gotta. And the thing about it is like there's so many people that graduated from high school and college, especially seeing the bright African American faces is so important. So we're gonna take a break right now. We're gonna play the brand new heavies, Dream On Dreamer. When we come back, we're gonna talk to more of my man over here from the Afro Dolls, and plus Miss Ebony Spano on Headlines NX on voiceofradio.com. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. This is sponsored by the Adams Board and Ohio City Barbecue. Peace. What's up, Joy?
And at the last event, the 4 chapters of Afro Dogs that came raised so much money that we'll be giving out $100 gift cards, $50 gift cards to those that show up, intermission times. So you got to come and watch the movie. You can't just come at the beginning and think you're going to get $100. You got to watch the movie. So we'll be doing that at intermission times and at the end. And we just want to really love on the community, get them engaged in what we have going on, and really change the stigma for bikers as well, you know. And y'all was a little nervous in here when I said the motorcycle president was coming.
It's gonna be a fleet of people. like all the chapters will come out because bring out when you do something real big like this, everybody should be coming out. So
and I'm very appreciative. So that's what we're having this event. We're obviously gonna have food and popcorn. We don't want you to have to drown out and be hungry watching the movie.
Right.
So yeah, we're just gonna come out, and there will be security, for sure. And again, thank you to Union Miles. Thank you again to Roshan Sample for being absolutely positively amazing. And just always providing the space for great work to be done.
So you were, I gotta go back to you being on television, the news. So what was you on the news for?
First of all, I hate being on the news. I really do despise that because I just do. So we were on the news collectively for the toy event, Extra. My goal for Extra was to give as many children in the inner city outdoor recreational toys. Due to COVID, a lot of these kids have already been inside, virtual learning, they need to get outside, exercise, they're playing video games all day. So that's what we did. And I actually had the event twice. So I had it 1 week, and then my father called me, being my father in typical dad fashion, and said, I'm about to call your Uncle Freddie with the Afro Dog because you need some more people to show up.
Right.
And they came, and they came.
Right.
They rolled deep. Y'all had maybe, how many bikes? Y'all had Erie, Lorraine, Cleveland, Akron, and,
Yeah, get on it.
So you pretty much had the whole, everybody come out. Everybody.
Yeah, with President Erie said he rode 3 hours. It was raining and they came, so that just shows you the family ties, the rolls deep. And if they call me, it's gonna come. So
right. So it's always good to have, especially a motorcycle club, to support the community and what you're doing community events. So what is also, I got a question for you. You also have another uncle on your mother's side.
Oh, yes, my Uncle Blaine.
Councilman Blaine Griffin Award 6.
My uncle is by far one of the kindest, sweetest people out. And he doesn't give me advice as a niece. He gives me advice as a human being and as a person. He's actually just awesome all the way around. Yeah. So he's on my mom's side.
I don't think that there's anybody in Blaine. Yes, you'll be on this show very, very soon. So I've talked to him over the line, just couldn't make it in. But every time I see your uncle, he's always a supportive soul to any community event, especially there.
He's just a really good person, and I can honestly say, my uncle doesn't talk bad about anybody, and he really genuinely cares, because we didn't grow up, where we're from, poor is normal, right? So that he has a passion for it, and we're both very passionate, except for I'm a little bit more vocal on my end. I'll call people out for the lack of work that they're doing, And my uncle was just like, as long as you're doing the great work and you staying in your lane, nobody else matters. As long as you're doing, the work to help the people, nothing else matters. So, he's a great person.
Yes, he is. And you said you call the people out. So you sound a little bit like, so you need your own show. So you sound a little bit like my ass. I'm just kidding. So, a little bit like me. So
that's just who I am. You know what? I'm gonna be real. Let's be real for a moment. My problem, right, is we always talk about this white people keeping it down, right? What about those black elitists, the crabs in the barrel, right? People talk about Afro Dogs and motorcycle clubs, but guess who showed up with all those toys and stuff? Guess who comes to those community events, right? It's not these people with those titles, right? It's the people,
right?
It's the everyday, the working people that are really the ones, because we're in it. We're in the thick of it, right? We're there. Like you will never not see me go anywhere, right? With my uncle Blaine, you will never not see him go anywhere. We will go any and everywhere as long as we're in touch with the people.
Right. So here's, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this, and I know that I had a lot of political guests on here, but some of you, the elitists that want the vote of the regular people, like my man here, Ebony here. Thing about it is that you have to show up to these quote unquote local radio shows that are owned by African Americans. If you don't, you may not get the votes that you want because you think that you're secure. The problem is that you're running for something in Ohio, but you're getting all this national, international support.
I just want to let you know that he's speaking on behalf of him.
I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody. This is just Larry H. Gardner's opinion. This is not the opinion of Ebony, my guest here, Easy, EP, the show host, voiceatradio.com. And this is the opinion of Larry H. Gardner. This is my opinion. Thing about it is like you have to show up for these particular events because you have people like the Afro Dogs, people like Ebony giving back to the community and doing the work that's supposed to be done by some so-called politicians that want to be elected. I'm done off my soapbox. So
I love the soapbox. You don't even realize how many people I've tried to partner with in positions with titles and give me the shoe hand or I think what was that?
But they want your money. They want but don't you raise dollars for them?
No, I'm not talking about anybody's specific.
Right, I mean, just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not into politics. That's not my lane.
Right.
That's not my lane, and I try to stay out of that lane because and don't get me wrong, there are great people in politics. My uncle Blaine is an amazing person in politics. But that's just not my lane. I just don't think I have the temperament for it, right? Because I'm so passionate and I'm gonna be like, that's wrong. Nah, that shouldn't go down like that. No, that shouldn't be like that. No, we should probably do something like that. And it's an opinion, right? And opinion is like elbows. Everybody got two of them, not one.
Right, exactly. So
I like politics. I get into it with guys all the time. We have a lot of political discussions. So all the time, why complain if you're not going to
change or participate in the voting process? Yeah. That's fine. That I always say vote. Make your voice heard. I always preach it on this show. One thing that I will say is that sometimes the people that you're voting for are, should like give you the shoe hand, especially dealing with African American media. I'm like Roland Martin right about now. You're not putting no money into any show that I'm at. I ain't gonna try to my efforts into you are null and void. So I'm just letting everybody know. The thing about it is like Roland was right when he said that you want the black vote, but you don't put the money in the black media where real people listen to real things. Nonprofits, community organizers like Ebony, like Easy up over here. Doing the work. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not even that. Just holding people accountable, right?
Yeah.
You can put somebody in office and then hold them accountable, but I don't know. I don't know. You know what? You know who shows up? My Uncle Blaine.
Right. Like I cannot argue about Blaine showing up. I cannot argue about Blaine showing up.
And my uncle is one of the people that tells me about, politics. He doesn't want me involved in that. He loves the community work that I do. So I just want to do great work. And you
don't want, so you not running for nothing.
No.
Okay.
No. No, that I've been asked that a couple of times. That the rumors are crazy.
We'll say not yet.
Not okay. So Easy, if Easy says it, then it might be true.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
When the Afro dogs say jump, I might say how.
Right.
This is blood.
Right. They want.
My Uncle Melvin was the president for many years as a contractor. So this is really, really family ties. But I just have a big family. And I have a father that, he can make a phone call. When I lived in Texas, when I lived in California, when I lived in Mexico, when I lived in New York, my father always made a phone call to make sure I was okay. Like, look out for my baby. And I really gotta give a shout out to my dad.
You want to give it? You give a shout out to your.
To my father.
What's your daddy name?
We don't do that.
Okay. But no, but for real talk. Father's Day is June. What is it? June 19th. After Juneteenth, it's June 19th. Right. You give a shout out to your daddy and give a shout out. Like African American men that take care of their children no matter what happens, no matter a rare breed, is strong in the community.
So to say that, I say that to say this, right? I'll be 100% transparent. My father went to prison for 15 years when I was about 8 years old. So our relationship was very strained for a while. He had a really big national case.
Right.
But he could have come out of prison and not been anything to me, right? He didn't have to be my dad. He didn't have to step up. He didn't have to be this amazing father, this amazing grandfather.
But he wanted to be.
He wanted to be. And that's a big thing. If we don't teach these men when they get out of prison and trying to get reacclimated to the community, to be involved in their children's lives, then they'll never know how. And I got to give it to my father. He's actually one of the smartest men I've ever met in my entire life. Just naturally God-given talent of being brilliant. That for him to do that was just amazing and within itself. And just to get out and not just get out, but get out and be great.
So, Easy, I gotta ask you this question, sir. The thing is that she talked about her father, African American men. So, you need strong African American men to join Afro Dogs, correct?
Oh yeah.
So, go ahead.
Ones that care. You don't want slouches.
I want no scrub, TLC, no.
All they're gonna do is bring problems.
Mm-hmm. So if you see somebody that's bringing a problem to the organization, do you immediately throw them out, or do you have a conversation with them?
Oh, yeah, several conversations. Nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We all gonna make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Some people make mistake more than one.
Right.
And if they don't get it, then yeah, they got to step it, as they say.
Right. So you would have to give them the big old boot out of the organization. And the thing about it is understandable that, in these motorcycle organizations, and I'm not just going to call it a club, I'm just going to call it an organization, because you have a president, a VP, things of that nature. So it's set up, most like a corporation. You're just like a corporation, but y'all ride bikes, right? Or like a business, but something like that. Yeah, so you have to have structure. And there are African American men in those organizations. And I'm going to give you props, have structure. And you must be intelligent and giving. So what is the most important part of the organization, motorcycle organization? Is it the dues part? Is it the people part, or is it the
riding?
Just riding?
Yes, you gotta like to ride. So, what's the sense of being in a motorcycle club? You're not gonna ride.
Right. Amen to that. So, what's the best freeway to ride on?
Put your thing in your mouth as stick it in the air. Wherever the wind blows.
However the wind blow.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, this is one of the perfect days to ride, get out and ride. And I see them, and when I see the motorcycle clubs at night just riding down the street, like, yep, it's summertime. Period. You can tell it's summertime. So, and I'm glad, Ebony, that your dad was able to get part of your life. And it just shows you that no matter what circumstances that you have children, raise your children, all right? Just raise your children.
Most of the lessons I've learned in life have been as an adult with my father. Him really explaining things to me and breaking it down. So,
right. So, this is Music Soul Child right now. This is our last break before we get out of here. So, this is the future. So, we'll be right back with Headlines and Headaches when we come back. Thank you very much, ladies.
Okay, that's good. Well, it all depends on which way you're going. Well, most of the time it is with your left hand because they're coming at you, and right. So if you did with your other hand, she probably wouldn't have seen you anyway. So basically, it is your left hand because you're coming at each other. Yeah.
Who would you talk to?
It really don't matter. You can basically wave any kind of way you want to, really.
Who would you talk to, like,
Wow. Ooh.
oh wow.
I was teaching them ride.
In the city.
I'm about to have the Afro
in the
dogs
city,
giving lessons.
You know what though?
Giving motorcycle lessons.
When I first started riding, they started the two fingers down to the ground. I wouldn't know what that meant too. I was like, what does that mean?
Oh my God, y'all need.
It's
We
like
about to
showing
start
love.
charging y'all for this.
I mean,
All right, y'all need to
Stop
you know
talking.
what?
We about to
Ching
start
ching right now.
charging
Ching ching.
I
y'all.
know it's
All
just,
this
This
knowledge.
knowledge is free game. This ain't free game.
I know it's just acknowledge. Hold on, RP. I know it's an acknowledgement, but is it hold on, RP.
RP.
I know it's an acknowledgement, but is it an homage to people falling down on the motorcycles, or because you can say hi like this? Why do they do to the ground with two fingers? They gotta mean something else.
You gonna tell?
I'm telling
Hold on, you about to
That's all I
tell?
mean.
You gonna
That's
tell
all I
this
mean.
president Afro it means something
Say
else?
hello,
We gonna stop
hello.
giving y'all this free game, and you gonna tell us
It
it
seems
means
like it's a
something
lot
else?
safer to do it now because I be having to come off my throttle when I do that. Like, oh, that's
No, you can't
That
do
means you're not
that.
a good rider. If there's too much coordination going on,
When I first
lack
started, I was
coordination
like-
or the lack thereof.
I was like, wait a minute, now I gotta come off here to do that.
I don't need for you to be in the action. I needed you to do this show, dude.
Oh, I
You
got
don't got. I have more time on
I-
the motorcycle than 50 hours.
No, he tripping. I've been riding for years.
We ain't arguing on this show. We ain't arguing on the show.
I'm broke.
We ain't arguing on
Trying to
this
get in
show.
the ride. Listen, no, I keep trying to get in the ride. He keep trying to tell me. So I get put the tricycle thing on the back. I said, quit talking.
Yeah.
And he keep trying to get one. They put the tricycle on the
Track.
back.
What?
Yeah.
Y'all tripping, man.
Until he comfortable switching gears. Man, gone. He got a thumbs down.
Back to the
He
event.
got a thumbs down on you.
Look at. All you gotta do is just ride, man.
Just ride. Thank you.
ride.
Thank you, Easy. Thank you very much,
I
man.
would know tricycles. No, man, spend some money if you want to ride.
Oh, no. We ain't donating no dang motorcycles on this. Pay for. Matter of fact, send me a cash app, LHD3131 for wasting my time saying that dumb stuff. Rookie.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even. I got you.
So we got you. You're gonna be rolling in a minute. You did. You 2 times in. We got you.
So he didn't call in about the event or nothing. He want to know
about the
signs and bike
bikes.
riding.
Right.
That's not what we here for, man. Go sign up for a class. This ain't free game. We trying to people would have a community event
Right,
for the kids and show a movie about black people on Juneteenth. We ain't talking about you trying to learn how to ride. Yeah, what you
Ebony.
You about to bring
Oh
the
God.
other side out of me. If you about to donate to the event, we need some hot dogs and hamburgers and hamburger buns and some juicy. Okay, bring some ices or something. We ain't giving you no
Tell me where
lessons.
the event at. Where's the event?
Where's the event at?
Miles Market.
All right.
Okay, you should listen to the whole show. That's not my problem. We got Miles Market. Be there at 8 p.m. Friday.
It's Juneteenth.
June 18th. No, it's not. It's on June 18th. The Friday before.
Oh, Friday before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Juneteenth.
Rob, we'll be there.
Juneteenth is the 19th.
Okay, the Juneteenth is
So
19th.
it's on Friday. It better be pertaining to this event.
No. Cut him off. Good night, RP.
Have a great day.
Have a great night. Good.
Somebody hang up.
Bye. Get out.
Adam says on June 17th, I don't know what network yet, but I'm in a big place. I was in a big place in Caramel House. Instead of having people there, they filmed a movie.
Okay.
I would have been on a major network on June 17th.
All right.
It's called Greenwood, American Being Destroyed. It's about the Black Wall Street Massacre.
Tulsa one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Directed by Tony Silas at the Caramel House Theater. And I made a major role in that play. June 17th, case, that full story was premiered. Stories about that story was told. Actually, Ron, name was Master Curry, about Black Wall Street. There was something on the so it started talking about
Right.
the whole massacre.
Yeah, it should.
You know, this is our time to really be highlighted. So what
That
we do
wasn't
with
the only
it,
one. Only
what-
place they did.
Only one.
Yeah, those are all across America.
All across America.
Yeah, for sure.
Destroying communities, burning them down, all these places. So we're telling that story. June 17th will be on the major network, and you'll be able to access the movie on Caramel House Theater's website.
Super dope.
So-
Definitely tune in.
So June 17th is your thing.
Yeah.
June 18th is her thing at the Miles Market, and it's a free event, correct?
It's a free event, but not for you.
Why it gotta be not for me?
Because you keep asking about these raffles and the $100 and the gift cards be getting out. Not for you.
Hold on, I'm not asking. Hold on. I didn't ask about the raffles and the gift card. These are for the people that actually, that really need it.
Gotcha.
The reason why is because this is about community. It's not about somebody coming in and sneaking in and trying to get free stuff. It's about
You know, I
community.
call somebody out. I don't got no
All
problem.
right, I understand.
And so, you know, since we highlighting things, I want to highlight my shirt.
What's your highlight, your
It's
shirt?
Cool Mom, one of my good friends. It's called SuperMommyLLC.com. Just
Okay.
open up a business, you know, free advertising for you.
Free game.
It's free game.
Yeah,
Just
they
y'all
are.
just had somebody call in about, you know, trying to.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? Let me-
See, the thing about it is, what I do is I tell EP to tell his cousins not to call in every damn time about stupid stuff, and then one of them just sneak in and talk about some stuff. So the thing about it is, like, you know what? We want to have that person who made that. I would like to have her on Headlines and talk about the shirt. She might have a cool, cool dad shirt or a king dad shirt.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be, we're actually doing some things coming up. Honestly, I have a lot going on. You know, I have my own nonprofit. I'm actually going to be doing the Afro Dogs paperwork for the housing things we got going on as well. So they're going to get a nice little clubhouse. It's going to be fun. You know, so I have my nonprofit Growing Right Over Wealth that I recently started.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I have a couple of things in the works right now. So,
Do you have any other business going on that you want to say? Like, you do real estate, right?
I'm not a real estate agent, but I do own houses, and I'm a property manager, and it's a stressful job. I don't recommend it.
So, you got anything, like, the thing about it is you might have some, you know, somebody might be looking to move.
None of my houses are vacant. Okay, I don't do that. Let me tell you something. My houses may stay vacant for 15 days because I like to have my money on time. I flip my house real quick. Let me get in there. We got some wires. What's going on? What I got a mud, but you know.
You don't play around.
I don't play this. You know, I don't play about my God, my children, or my money. You know, and my grandma.
And you are also a cool mom. There's the other show is coming. Like I said, EP, your cousins need to stop.
We don't work here for that.
right, the thing about it is.
Oh, look, I was like, easy. He's so polite. He's about to get the door. I thought he was about to get the door.
No, these are. Well, Queens of the Nile is coming up next after headlines, so they are right there. So the thing about it is, like, yeah, I ain't even.
The setup here is real like college to me. I love it. I love the albums and everything. It's very lax. It's not stuffy like some other places in Cleveland where they just got these little spaces and the glasses,
the cubicle and all that other stuff.
Yeah, you know. So I like this setup.
And the thing about it is, somebody cooks, and somebody promised me a peach cobbler.
I did make you a peach cobbler, but somebody ate it all.
Oh, goo. And I played your favorite song because we about to go. So check out the event on, what's the event called?
It is called Jump In Juneteenth. It's a Family Friday event. We're showing the movie Soul. It'll be there. I'm actually reading a story about Juneteenth before it starts. So at 8 p.m. I'll be reading a story, and then we'll start the movie. And at intermission, we'll be giving away $100 gift cards, $50 gift cards, $25 gas cards. And it's not just one. We'll be giving out a couple of them for each price. So show up and bring your babies, and let's have a good time.
All right, and so that if nobody tells you they love you today, I do. And shout out to little JJ for graduating high school. I know. And shout out to Lauren, shout out to Quincy, and everybody that graduated. And shout out to my man, Mr. Easy from the Afro Dogs Motorcycle Organization, Motorcycle Club. Just ride all day and all night. Thank you very much for coming here. Ebony, Headlines and Headaches. If nobody tells you they love you today, I love you. Peace, love, and hair grease. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Oh, gosh. How about that time?